We live in a world where happiness is sold like a product. Mansions, sports cars, closets full of designer clothes. This is the dream many people chase. Social media shows us smiling faces with the newest gadgets, the freshest shoes, the perfect vacations. And yet, so many who achieve this still feel empty. What if the desire for more luxury, more status, more stuff, isn't the solution, but the actual problem? True happiness doesn't come from adding more into your life. It comes from wanting less. When you can be content with a simple life, you discover a freedom most people never experience. This isn't a modern insight, it's ancient. And few lived it as fully as Diogenes, the Greek philosopher who turned simplicity into a way of life. After being exiled from his hometown of Sinope, Diogenes moved to Athens to embrace philosophy, not as abstract theory, but as the art of living well. For him, that meant stripping life down to its bare essentials. He lived in a large ceramic tub, owning little more than a knapsack and a walking stick. At one point, he carried a cup until he saw a boy drink water with his bare hands. Diogenes immediately threw the cup away. The same thing happened with a bowl. After seeing a boy scoop food with bread, he decided even that was unnecessary. To most, this sounds extreme. To Diogenes, it was freedom. The fewer possessions he had, the less he feared losing anything. No gadgets to break, no repairs to make, no cycle of constant upgrading. He also trained himself to endure discomfort, knowing life wouldn't always be comfortable. He begged statues for alms, yes, statues, so he could get used to rejection. He walked barefoot in winter to strengthen his body and mind. In his view, luxury made people soft, dependent, and unprepared for life's challenges. Inspired by the hero Heracles, Diogenes valued freedom above all else, not being controlled by desire, comfort, or fear. He learned to survive on only what was necessary. When asked what he gained from this lifestyle, his answer was simple: if nothing else, I'm prepared for whatever happens. Think about that. Most of us prepare for life by stockpiling money, gadgets, and insurance. Diogenes prepared by mastering himself. If you lose your job, your car, or your home, your possessions can't save you. But if you've trained your mind and body to need little, you can handle almost anything. There's a story of Diogenes being captured and put up for sale as a slave. When asked what he could do, he said, "Ruling over men. Spread the word in case anyone wants to buy himself a master." A wealthy Corinthian named Znaiades bought him, not to serve, but to teach his sons. Diogenes raised them in the same principles he lived by. They ate plain food, drank only water, kept their hair short, walked barefoot, and wore no tunics. They practiced silence to listen more, and learned skills like hunting. Xeniades called Diogenes a kind living god. So, what can we take from Diogenes' life in our modern world? The lesson is timeless. Luxury doesn't guarantee happiness, and the desire for luxury often blocks it. Every must-have item adds another chain, tying our well-being to something outside ourselves. When you can be content with less, you stop being a hostage to cravings. You're no longer waiting for the next purchase to feel complete. Happiness is no longer on backorder. It's here, in the life you already have. Simplicity doesn't mean giving up everything and living in a tub, unless you want to go full Diogenes. It's about seeing the difference between what's necessary and what's just noise. The more you clear out the noise, the more space you have for what matters: health, relationships, learning, freedom. In a world obsessed with more, living with less is a radical act. It's choosing strength over comfort, clarity over clutter, and freedom over dependence. Diogenes may have been seen as eccentric, but he was unshakably content, because no one could take away what truly mattered to him. Happiness isn't about what you own. It's about how you live. The fewer things you need to feel happy, the closer you are to a joy that can't be stolen, sold, or broken. If you found this video meaningful and interesting, Drop a comment below and share your experience. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might find this content useful. And as always, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.